we doing today? So we're gonna keep working on the website today. The portfolio website. Let's get some good music going. I'll do lo-fi. Okay. Let's open my Emacs. I always forget the flags for my debug. Okay, debug in it. That's what it is. Let's pull up our project. React. That is not what I wanted to pull up. React portfolio. I don't know why my diary mode is listed like that. I think it's the difference between doing Control X and then just regular D, and then Control X and then Control D. There we go. Yeah, I need this view because it's like interactable versus the other one that just like lists stuff. So let's just make this half screen and do only the one window. And then open our shell, do run dev, or no, npm dev run. Or nvm dev run. No. Oh, it's because I'm in this source folder, I think. Npm dev run. Or npm run dev. There you go. It was one of them. So let's open this in my browser. There we go. We're definitely going to be resizing this based on window size better, because right now I have it as view height and view width, but if I pull this out, I want the box to still stay relatively big until you get to like this half view, and then it'll be more here. And then mobile view, obviously I don't want it to be this small, maybe like more vertical or something, but that can all be worried about at a later time. So we'll probably start with, let's see, I want all my projects to be kind of in this area as like maybe a button or something, and it'll pop out. So let's get my paint. So we have the main box here in brown, and then I want different buttons. It's not gonna be red, but I want different buttons that are maybe, I don't know if I want them to be circles or squares. There'll be something, and they'll kind of be doing like the item float up and down kind of thing, kind of like on Minecraft, how the items like float. And then when you click on one of these, it will give you like it'll open out towards the center, and it'll give you a window with all the information about that project. Yeah, so that's a general idea. So the first thing we should probably make is a component which will be these buttons. Now I can stay consistent with like the Stardew Valley theme, and let's see, maybe we can get some more ideas. Stardew Valley UI, because I just don't know how I'm gonna make the buttons look quite yet. We could do, see, I still like these like panes. I'll still use the same like pane idea when it pops out. Maybe the welcome thing will like fade out or become like opaque or something. Yeah. Like the center could become opaque, or I could just have something where it'll always pop out. It'll always pop out in a spot where... The thing is, I don't want it to hide other buttons. Maybe I should just replace this. But I like it being, the idea of it being like a separate entity, like a separate window. I don't want it to just trigger and replace this. Yeah, let's do that. We'll keep it like that. But the real question is, what will the buttons look like? We could do kind of like the star fruit. I might have to draw that myself. I could just make my own little pixel items. But the real question is, should the icons match what the project is? Because if I could go pretty basic and for the button do just a rectangle and then have the name of the project like here, so you know what you're clicking on. Or if I have like the icon, so like a star. Oops. If I have like a star and whatever, then right above and maybe like a really opaque thing, I can have a little tag. I'll have like a tag or something. I like the idea of doing like items. Maybe like 32 by 32 pixel art, maybe 16 by 16 pixel art. Let's see, what if I just do pixelated icon art? See, these are kind of fun. I mean, these are for like social media things, but ooh, yeah, like something like this. It's really simple. Let's see. Or something like this. These are stock. So I might just use these. Then I should probably make these pixelated as well, because I think like the really clean finish with also the pixelated might look a bit strange. See, these are like stock vector things. That you can just download. Maybe we just draw inspiration from that and we make our own. I think that's what we do. Let's see, because mean, those are pretty good. Maybe I just make a singular... I think we make a singular icon. So let's open a sprite. Maybe we like just do the hearts. Like if I do Stardew, oops, it's my A sprite. I do like Stardew Valley hearts. So here's the heart pattern. Stardew Valley icons. Yeah, see, we could do something like this. Or the book. I feel like the book would be really fun. So if I do like new, and this is just gonna be size. Let's see. 16 by 16. Okay. So we'll do 16 by 16. And we'll just replicate the book a bit. So just the general shape of it. We need 1 pixel. So the general shape of it is kind of like this. It's so tiny. I need to zoom in on it. There we go. So it'll be like here, here, and here, and then here, here, oops, here, and this goes all the way down the bottom, and it just ends like that. And then what was my color picker? There we go. So like this color right here is like the main book color. And then this color is the page color. So we will just add 2 new colors and change this to be 0 to 6, 7, C9. There we go. And then this is gonna be everything that's not, I think there's 2 pixels here. Or maybe 3 pixels? No, 2 pixels, and then 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And then this is gonna go all the way up. So 1, 2, 3. Here. And we can fill this in. And I think there's 1, 2 pixels, and then black. 1, 2 here. Like this. And then the blue. Yeah, and then it kind of curls up and around. So this will be like this. Oh. I didn't actually copy this. copy, paste, and we'll add that in. And this is like the not the spine, but the actual pages. It'll be here. And we'll want that darker brown. There you go. So this is the lighter highlight. It goes under. And here. And then I really don't want to count, but that's 1, 2, 3, 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So this goes here, and it goes up and over 1. And then the darker color so 1 here, and then this goes 1, 2, 3. And then this goes like, actually I think there's there's definitely 2 pixels that are just totally clear. So let's erase this here. So that's like that, and there's just an empty area, and then the brown is here. So I think we'll put the brown like here. And then it goes down 3. And then over, and this can go, oops. This can go here. And then there's a blue. And then let's get those black outlines back in. It's like this. It says 1 here. And then there's more blue. It's only 1 pixel of blue though, so it should be black. It should be light. Like that. Yeah, and it'll look better with the highlights. So we'll do, this is our highlight color. Grab this here. And this is the spine. So that's the spine, and then this goes right above here for like a crease, and then do this, and a highlight there. And then we'll need something just a little bit darker than this, so let's just do this and lower this, which is a little bit darker for a shadow. Shadow, and some shadows here, and some shadows here, and here. And then our text is gonna be like, I think there could be an intermediate one from here. Oh, whoops, let me go back to my, so we'll do color picker, and then we'll just go a little bit lighter. A little bit lighter. And that can be like that one. Just so there's some transition from like here to here. Yeah, it looks good. There we go. That looks like a pretty good book, I think. And then we'll do, there's like a little bit of writing. So we'll do like this, and then this, and then maybe one like here. And then we just make these more opaque. Do like this, 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 and we'll do one more that's really opaque. So here and here, here, and here. Nice. So then I can save that. And we will save that, not in here. Go here, React. Is it public assets or is it source assets? I guess we can save it under icons. All formats. We can save it as... Let's do new folder and we'll call it sprites. And then here we'll do a sprite. And we'll just save this as a sprite file. And we'll do book.asprite. Okay, and then I can do save as, and we'll go back to sprites, and we'll do book dot SVG and pixel scale 1. Cool. Okay, now when we display this, it's gonna be really tiny, which is fine. We'll just have to scale stuff up. Oops. Did I kill my... I did. Let's go back to here. Copy this. Go back to here. Okay. Alright, let's get that imported. Refresh this, and then we can see sprites. Book.svg. So let's just try that. Let's just go to here, and we'll make a new component. Function. We'll call it book, and it's not going to take anything in, but we are going to return a clickable icon. But again, this is not going to link to anywhere, so it'll be a lebaton. It'll be a button. There we go. Where are we expecting a comma? Oh, and there we go. All right, so we're gonna return a lebaton. Oh, I see. When I do prettier or whatever, it auto. I see, it auto puts that like on the same line as return. But this is gonna be empty, and our class name is gonna be equal to book button. Oops. And then on click we can do, let's see, so on click we can do, we'll pass it in a function. So we'll pass in book, interact, and I don't need the comma. So inside of this button, we're gonna have an image. So we'll do image source equals, and that's just going to be from our assets. So it's going to be source assets icons I forgot my file structure. Source assets, oh, sprites, and then book svg. Oops. So sprites slash book.svg. We'll close that off. There we go. And then inside of our, honestly, we don't have to put it inside of our content panel. We can just put it up here. So this will just create a new book element. And it destroyed everything on the screen. So calling book should just create a button. And on click, it'll do book interact. Which, if we put up here, function book, and I'm going to change my click handler to also be this case. And then on book interact, we can do console.log book interact. Alright, let's see why everything disappeared. I'm gonna just assume it all got pushed down or something. Error occurred in the book component. Consider adding an error boundary to your tree. Book interact is not defined. Well, it is defined now, or I need to define it in that scope. So we'll do this, and we will grab you. And I think I put it before the return. Or is that included in the return? So that works. Book interact. Book interact. Okay. So that's interesting because I don't know if I'm supposed to put it in the context of this, but I don't know. Let's see. What do we got here? Oh, it's being affected by Le Baton. So let's do this. In these buttons, we have, they're all affected by GitHub button. But I should call this icon button. Icon button, and then icon button, and then in my CSS, oops, we have this, which any image in a button will be affected like that, but how about we do anything in icon button? anything in dot icon button? Dot icon button. There we go. Okay. For this, I can see what's affecting it. Let's take a look. Because we're in a book button with an image. So book button. This is fine. Right, so this is up here. So book button is getting affected by button, which I'm gonna move. Okay, so what I should do is I should move all of this stuff to just the icon buttons. So let's go back to index.css. And then everything that's in button that's here, we'll pull this, and then in my app.css we'll do anything that's dot icon button, because I just want these ones specifically to be this. What the? Dot icon button. Dot icon button. I spelled button wrong. There we go. Yay. Cool. And obviously we need to fix them when they get too small, but... Alright, and then this should be a separate thing. We should move it down though, just because... Wait, where's book button? Image. Oh, okay. So let's go up here and let's do dot book button. And we'll do top, just push it down like 50 pixels. Oh. Bum, 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 bum. Book button. So I'm wondering if I can target this from the app.css. I should be able to. Book button. Dot book button. Yeah, okay. Like if I just change color to white. Okay, so I'm changing stuff. I need to push you down though. Why are you so far up here? What are you getting affected by? I have some padding. I have zero margin. I'm getting affected by this. I'm getting affected by this. And this. So our color is going to be white. Our color is going to be... I don't know why it doesn't like the picture. So computed... Can I see like the broken image? Because obviously the picture is broken. Source... Oh, do I need to import it? From React logo. No, I should just be able to give it the path. I spelled assets wrong. Yeah. Yes. Okay, it's there. It's there. What if I just do like margin 20 pixels? I don't know why it's stuck on the roof though. And I also don't want to push the other stuff down. So it needs to be in its own. So like we have main vert, and then maybe we'll do left vert and right vert. Yeah. So let's go back to here. We have content panel, which is main vert. Ooh, I wonder, right, if this can also be a variable. Like, how do I pass this into that? So we have to pass children, but what if we pass also class? And then we do class name is equal to class. Okay, obviously you cannot do that. Next keyword class. What if it's like this? Okay. So now when I call content panel, we can do content panel class name is equal to main vert. Oh, yes. Cool. So now we can just pass. Now we can just make a new content panel here. And we can do content panel like this. And we can set our class name equal to left vert. And then drop our book in there. Oh, no equals sign. Okay. So now we should have, theoretically, left vert. Nice, and then we just need to move that over here. Perfect. Okay. So if we go back to our CSS, main vert is here. Left vert is going to be the same thing, so height 100, view height, width. Oh, should I have been making this like 33? Oh, that just screwed up something. Yeah, we'll leave it as 30. So there's gonna be like, oh no, that did work. So I'm gonna leave that as 30, and then the other ones are gonna be 33. So width 33, view width, and then margin, so 0 and auto. Now we're gonna need a div that's wrapping these two together. So we're gonna call this vert div is gonna be height 100, view height, width 100, view width, and then no margins. So 0. Display is going to be flex, and we're going to flex in the row direction because it's going to be 3 columns. And then we're going to justify content. It's not spaced between, it's evenly. And position absolute, I think. Line items center. Unclosed. Okay. So then I just need to wrap this in vert div. So honestly, content. Let's see. Let's just do this for right now. This is kind of temporary, but div class name is equal to vert div here, and then oops, undo that. We'll just grab this and drop it under here. Main vert, left vert, body, vert div. So this needs to be dot vert div because it's a class name. Okay. So obviously we are getting some crazy stuff. So why are you all the way over here? So let's just do this. Let's get rid of this first. Vert div is, for some odd reason, auto margin not centering. So you need to, let me just see. Yeah, that's not right at all. What if I just do 100% and then 100%? Yeah, it's not right at all either. What does it look like when it's just here? Why? Why is it inheriting that size? It's like text-align stuff. Vert div, yeah, it's not. I cleared all that stuff. Why is this a vertical column? I could just go into... Oh. Oh, because root by default is a flex item? Interesting. Text line center max width, margin 0 auto. Body. Yeah, so I wonder if just doing this on body would do anything. Like, what if I do like body and then main vert and then body and then left vert? And body's gonna be flex or display flex. Okay, and then flex direction. Hello? There you go. Flex direction. Column. And then let's see. Because left vert is here. Where's main vert? Oh, wait, I'm confusing myself. Flex direction, flex box. Here's a visual for this. It's a row. Oh, so I do want, yeah, it needs, sorry, it needs to be row. I already said that before. I don't know why I didn't just listen to myself. There we go. Okay, so our main vert is here, and then our left vert. But why? Oh, because it's a root. I wonder what is the effect of that? Because I'm doing a flex box for body, but then they're under root before they get to here. I'm wondering if like body left vert. What? I don't know how to even ask that question. This might need to be a ChatGPT question because if body is my flex container, but then I have root in between, is it gonna just treat root as the first element in the flex container? Because I can see it being on this, and then these two are inside of root? Or how does that work? How does that work? I think we should do... Oh, no, I think it's taking vert div as the first one. So maybe we just delete that entirely. And we take out this. And we take out this. Yeah, I think unfortunately root is still going to be our flex container. So, but I don't want it to be root though. So how do I make this bigger? If I just do 0, because I think the width is the one that's doing 0 and 0. Like, Why is this not updating? Why are you not updating? Margin 0000, but the sustain is auto. There we go. So it has some padding, that's fine. Oh, because we have max width, but width 100%. That's so weird. 100 view width. Okay. And then I guess height is 100 view height. Okay. I'm gonna leave that like that, and then we're gonna go here, and these are gonna be root, and then root, and then we're gonna do display. Oops. I should make. Oh, I know what I should do. I should leave vert div, and vert div is gonna be this, and then we are going to do this. Yes. Okay. Okay, this is working, I think. Because now everything's going to be under vertdiv. And vertdiv is my flexbox. So we have vertdiv, and then we have left, and then we have main, and then we're going to need right. And what is it going to be? It's going to be flex direction is row, which I think it defaulted to, and then justify content space evenly. Good. And then we want to do root dot right vert and height 100 view height, width is going to be 33 view width, margin 0 and auto. So if I go back here, I can just make a new content panel as the third thing. And then in this content panel, the class name is going to be right vert. Perfect. So this is going to be centered, this is going to be left, and this is going to be right. I have 3 different spaces I can put stuff in. Cool. So I guess the next thing to tackle is for my book things. Because if I do this, take it off the inspector, and I just click, you can see I'm interacting with the book, which is good. So we need to make these bigger, and then also we need to make them randomly assigned. So let's do React. Randomly assign position to element. Okay, I can't even read that because it's so tiny. Getting bears order components. Okay, so this is container ref, use ref, handle resize, use effect, handle resize. Style with height, position absolute, position dot top, position dot left. I guess I don't want them to be randomly assigned, but I do want it to feel... What's the word? I want it to feel a little bit more... I think that the random movement will be enough. So I can put it where I want. So let's leave it here. Oh, no. We can just... I think if we do, like, top... Let's go to the book button. So if I do top 20 pixels... I don't know how to move it. I think because it's the... What is it? Oh, no. Left and right vert aren't this. I think I have to change the display to be, like, display block. I just don't know where this is getting its X and Y position from. Because it is centered here. Display block content. Oops, let's do this. Line height, position static. Box sizing, content box, display block, float. CSS, assign X and Y position to element in block. Position static, position relative, position absolute, position sticky. So I think I want it to be position relative. Position relative. So do I have to do position before I do something like top? Sets how an element is positioned in the document. Top right are physical properties. Flow relative logical properties. Okay. The top properties have no effect as the default value. Yeah, because it needs to be relative to like something, right? So box inline block box 2 position relative to the inline block. So if I do absolute, because it's just staying centered. So obviously something is keeping it centered. But why? Oh, it's getting overwritten. Oh. Alright. There we go. Okay. So let's just change this back to relative. There we go. Okay. And then, yeah, so it's bringing it down 200 pixels and then right 100 pixels inside of this box. So what if I do like 10, does it take percentages? Yeah, 10% from the top and then maybe 10% from the right. No, but it should be 10%. It's like, what is 100%? What about 90% or 80%, 70%, 50%. I don't know what I'm taking percentages of, though. That's the issue. Maybe it needs to be. Let's go back and look. I'm gonna do these all by pixels. So maybe I'll just do it by pixels temporarily. So from the top, oh, it should be top and left probably. Left. 10%, 10%. Syntax stuff. Okay. Where are you getting this from? Position bottom, position top. We're doing 70 pixels because the whole box is 700 pixels. So that makes sense. It's 700 by 300. So we're going 30 pixels from the left. I don't think this is... Am I crazy in thinking that's not 300 pixels? Oh, I just realized we're not even centered. It's supposed to be spacing this evenly. Oh, because body is not... Refresh. Yeah, body is not the full screen, which is kind of weird. Why is body not the full screen? Width 100%. So yeah, you're full there. And then root. You're the full size, you're not the full size. So root is also not. %. Root. Well, I guess it can't be 100%. Margin 0. My HTML and body do not need to be flex boxes. I don't know why that's a thing. Main box, main vertical, root. I know where you're getting your padding from, but why are you 1280 by 700? versus the body, which is 1880 by 700 right now. Body 100%, 100%. You're very much different sizes. Alright, computed. You are getting your height from root, which is 100% of wet, though. And then you're getting your width from this. Yeah. That should be right. If I do it like this, body. CSS make element full screen. I don't. So margin 0. Oh, it does have a max width. I wonder. If the... Well, it's not even reaching that. If I get rid of this. Okay, that looks better. I think it was the max width. So then that begs the question. Okay, so these should be the same size. They should be a little bit smaller. Cool. So that begs the question, why is 10% for left equaling... Oops. Why is 10% left equaling being way over here? Because that's position right. Position left says that I need to be 30 pixels. But if this whole box is 300, 30 pixels should not bring it all the way over here. Like if I just do left 0. Oh. I guess because it's centered automatically. Why are you centered? Oh, it has an offset from body. Inline block, border box. Position relative to body. I don't want it to be relative to body. I want it to be relative to left vert. Dot left vert. Because dot left vert is this. Let's see. Offset by body. Well, I can tell right now that this is just centered. So I need to make it not centered by doing, I don't know, align items. Or I can just leave them all centered and then I offset them like left or right of center. I'm fine with doing that. So let's just do left 5%. And then the next button I do... Ooh, I know. So we take both of these and we pull them and we bring them to our book interact, and we set the style I forgot how to put inline styling. Have I done that yet? No. So React inline style. Okay, there we go. So style. All right. So we can do style equals my style. And then we can just define that up here by doing const my style. And then this is just going to be the CSS here. Unexpected symbol. Oh, you do what? Commas? Still unexpected? Oh, you have to... Okay, so it's a string argument. Interesting. Okay. But the thing is when we do a book, we want this to be a random number. So Java or React random number between, sure, like 1 and 10. Okay, so we make a, this is fine, we make a random number, state. Go to the beginning. So we make a random number state, and I want them to be this case. And so use effect, so that's every time the page reloads it, if I remember correctly. Use effect, and then we're not passing anything in, but we are going to do generate random number, and then, oh no, so, and I'm trying to remember how this works. This is not the input. Maybe this was the input? Yeah, because down here we have like count. And we need count to display in effect count. So these are the inputs, I guess. So now we actually need to make the function that's generate random number. And it doesn't need to take anything in. We need to open it. Oops. Give ourselves some room. Okay, so our minimum is 1%. And then our maximum is 10%. And then our random number math.floor, and then that takes in all of this between our max and our min, and then we set the random number. So now we call this, which is part of our state, set random number, random number. Oh, we need to point that into here. Okay. So we're just gonna call. Let me think about this for a second. How do we just do it 10 on page load? Generate random number. I feel like we could have just done this, because I don't need to change it like on click or anything. I just need to generate a random number when it gets created. So what if I just do this? And I do random num. And I do random num. And then this needs to be our set random number. And then if we just bring these back into its own into this scope, like that. I think that's all we need, to be honest. So top is just gonna be random number. And this is also gonna be random number. And then when we generate, can we do like console.log? Can I do this? Let's see. Too many re-renders. Okay, so it still needs to be on use effect. So it only happens once. Okay. So that's fine. I need to practice anyways. So yeah, to prevent that like infinite loop thing, we'll do generate random here, and then the empty array, and then here, and then we just need to create the function for that. So function generate random, and then I'm still not entirely familiar with why you have to do this, but that's okay. And then let's tab all these. What isn't it like? What do you not like? Oh, equals. Oh, it doesn't like that even more. Oh, it needs to be const. It's not a function. Okay. Nice. Cool. Okay. So now every time we do this, it creates this book in a new position. 6, 7, 2. Except I don't want. We want random num top. Random num. Oh, I know we can. Not that. We generate one random number and then we add we can like we can always just add one and like subtract one. So they're always going to be a little bit closer to this side. Okay. I think let's do const random. We'll do random left set num left equals use state 0. And then on generate random, this is fine, but then we'll probably go to the end and we'll grab this whole thing and we'll copy it. Because now we want to now we want to get a random number for the left side. So random left. So left is ran. Oops. Delete. Like this. We can delete this. So top is somehow undefined. So we generate random. Set random number. Random number. So does this need to be set ran or set num left and then ran num left? I don't know why I'm getting undefined for, oh, there we go. Nice. Okay, so now they're separated. So we can do, let's do replace. So let's replace a random number with num top. So that can get changed to that. And this can get changed to this. And this can be num top. And this can be num top. And this can be set num top. And then we'll do, we need separate maxes and mins. So top min, top max, and left min, left max. Oops. And this is gonna be top, and top. And this is gonna be left, left, left. Okay, so top max can be like 100. I guess it can be like, oh, because right now we're still doing pixels. Okay, how do I concatenate you? So can I do num top plus percentage? Plus percentage? 10%, 8%. Yeah. Cool. Okay. That is cool. Now the only issue is if I do a bunch at a time. If I add another book, I just add another book. What are the chances they end up on top of each other? I guess pretty low. I guess pretty low if they ended up on top of each other. But I wonder if there's a check that I can make. So check. Okay, this can't be between 1 and 100 because it ends up going off the screen. So maybe 5 and 90 or something. So I see that it prints this twice. Oh, that's fine. I think it's supposed to. I think it's supposed to print things twice. Okay, I'm just gonna assume they're not gonna, like, it's probably a pretty low chance they end up overlapping. But I'm sure there's a check that I could do. So after I generate both of these, I can just do if the absolute value, I don't know how to, was it math dot absolute? If essentially what we want to do is if the difference between, if num, no, that the difference between, how do we get the state of the other object? So react create two elements. This might need to be... So when I create this one, right? And then I go to create this one, how do I know what the value of this object's const num top num left is? That is the real question. I guess we could do like I guess we could do something like this, like a handler, or book interact. Book interact. Oh, yeah, it's not working right now. This is interesting. Let's see, React get state of another component. Or maybe like React get list of all the same component. You can maintain an array in the parent component and render the components using the map method. Each rendered component can be passed unique props. Okay. So maybe in our... So each content panel can have so getting too complicated. I might be getting too deep in. Let's see. React make component up and down. Framer motion. Pop-up component. React animate component. Framer motion. Let's see. To animate a component, what is mounted or unmounted? React transition component, material UI. I don't know if I want to get like a whole library or package for this. This kind of sounds like something where, like, in my mind, it's just every frame go to a max X or Y value, and then React every frame do something. Like, I have no idea if that is request animation frame. Use frame callback. Lets you run a function on every frame. JavaScript. Use frame callback. What is U shared value? Reference JavaScript. Okay. Return on press. Dot set active. Import animated, import React, style sheet. Yeah, but I don't want to do on press. Callback. Okay. iOS web. Import animated. So is this something I have to install? React Native Reanimated. Okay. Reanimated. NPX. Okay, so let's go to my here, and then let's go to shell, and let's kill this. Yes. And then npm install react, whoops, react native reanimated. Maybe. Okay. This module is not supported and leaks memory. Okay. So just ignore that. Let's see. Okay. Then let's go to our Babel config. Do I have a Babel config? Let's see. I mean, I have a Vite config, and I have plugins. I guess we're just gonna drop it here. I don't know. React. No, I think. How do I need this? Install the package. Add reanimated animated Babel config. don't think I have that. React native reanimated. All I have is vite dot babel dot plugin dot config babel dot config dot js vite. Okay, so it is this. Vite.js plugin React. JSX. The Babel option. Let's see. No, it is already set up on the background. However, if you would like to adjust Babel's config, you can do it. Read the docs here. The default Vite plugin for React projects. Include exclude. Includes all of this by default. Okay, so we can do here, and then we can do React, and then we can do presets, and then we can do plugins, and then we can do Babel RC true, and we can do config file true. Oh, so it's this, and then we need to, I missed that first part. Babel, and then that goes there. And then, oh, so that goes to that, this goes to this, and then this. Why does it want to put it there? Okay. So Babel, presets, plugins. Plugins, React. No, when not using plugins, only ES build is used for production builds. Okay. So now, when I'm looking at this, I see presets and plugins. I can do React, native, reanimated plugin. Okay. And it really wants this to be listed last, that's fine. Automatically converts special JavaScript functions called worklets to allow them to be passed and run on the UI thread. Wrap metro config with reanimated wrapper. Wrap your existing metro configuration. I don't have a metro configuration. Alright, we're just going to use this and we're going to see. Yes, I know I can't establish a connection. Do run or npm run dev. Okay. So that goes to this. And I can get rid of that, I think. And then this. Oh, I see. Okay, I don't think I need this. Let's go back to the shell. npm run dev. Expected. Oh. Because this normally is like this. And then it just closes off. Right? Let me grab all of this and we'll pull this and then let's reset this. Okay, so that's just that, and then if we paste this in, that should just work, right? Oh, it does want this, which means we do need this. npm run dev. Okay. So that worked. Cool. Which means that now we can actually use this. So we'll go to our app and we'll import this here. And we'll import use frame callback from React Native reanimated. Okay. And then in our book, we can do we can do const frame callback is equal to use frame callback, frame info and we'll pass that to, what is SV? Oh, it's just like sample value, whatever value. So we can do we can do my style dot top. I don't know how to index into this. How do I index into you? My style at top, like that. Where are we expecting a comma? On return, unexpected token. On 57. Why? Why exactly are you expecting that? So let me just pull this. And that works. But why? Oh, I see. There we go. Okay. On import. Loading module was blocked because of the disallowed MIME type. Let's see. What did I miss? I think this works because when I do here, and I refresh this, and I search for React native, reanimated, I should be able to so it exists, which is good. It's always good to see. Why do you what is a metro config? React, what is a metro config? Metro bundler. Vite. Okay, let's not answer my question at all. Loading failed for the module with source. Port from. I wonder if I need to give it the full thing, but maybe not. Loading failed for the module with source. What is this? 5-way gateway timeout server error response status. In the case of the server will activate as a gateway proxy, do not get a response in time. That's fine. Byte connecting. Loading module from this. Copy paste. Oh, okay. I see. Okay, I think we're gonna use framer motion instead. So if I just do import motion from framer motion, and then we'll change our config back. To be, yeah, not any of this. Okay, where'd my site go? Oh yeah, so we need to install framer motion. Okay, so go back to our shell. Actually, we're gonna pull up a different one. Put it over here. So cd mount code git react npm install framer motion, and we can do npm uninstall what was it called? React native reanimated. Okay. And then let's go back to here. Okay, we're good. We are good. Replace my headphone batteries. Replace the standard HTML elements like div p with their motion counterparts. Was this not charging? There we go. Framer motion. Motion for React is an open source production ready library that is designed for all creative developers. It's the only animation library with a hybrid engine, combining the power of JavaScript animations with the performance of native browser APIs. Springs, keyframes, layout, shared layout, gestures, scroll, SVG paths. Ooh, SVG paths. Motion for React offers a number of ways to animate your UI, scaling from extremely simple prop-based animations to more complex. Performs all informations on a motion component. When any value in its animate prop changes, the component will automatically animate to the new target. Motion can animate any CSS value, even though that can't be animated by browsers. even those that can't be animated by browsers. Numbers, strings containing numbers, colors, complex. Colors can be freely animated between types. Oh, I see. Initial animate. Transforms. Unlike CSS, motion can animate every transform independently. Individual transforms. Animating transforms independently provides great flexibility. Motion's hybrid engine also uniquely offers hardware acceleration by setting transform directly. Okay. Line drawing animations can be created with different SVG elements. Oh, that's what that means. I see, and then it'll follow. Transitions. Okay. When a motion component is first created, it'll automatically animate to the values in animate. If they're different from those initially rendered, which you can do by initial. Nice. You can also disable the enter animation by setting initial equal to false. Exit animations. So is visible and okay. Values in animate can be set as a series of keyframes. We can use a value's current state as the initial keyframe by setting it to null. By default, each keyframe is spaced naturally throughout the animation. You can override this by setting the times option. Oh. Gesture animations. Variant. Okay, so how do you do a constant animation? By passing a motion value as the child of a motion component, it will render its latest value in HTML. Okay. So framer motion constant animation. Oh, repeat infinity. Okay. So let's go back to our file. Let's go to our book. Now, this is just going to be animation, part of the book. So const animate book is equal to, so initial. I think the thing is we go to the end here and then beginning. I think the idea is this will be like we need one of these. Okay. This is gonna end up being what this was, which is fine. So we have initial, and then we have on animate. I don't know what I is. It sounds pretty arbitrary. Const a delay. So motion div. So I wonder if I can do so motion dot div. Motion div. So animate and transition. So why is transition inside of animate though? Should it be like that? Invisible. Hidden. Create a smart component and place the element you want to animate within. You can create as many variants as you need to. On the primary variant under interactions, click the plus. Oh, it's framer. Framer motion. Let's see, basic looping animation setup. So animate is rotate. I'm gonna ask for some help on this. So book icon starts in a random position, but once the page is loaded, have the book hover up and down. Yeah, so initial y equals 0, and then we're transforming. I see. Okay. So y equals, oops. So y equals 0. And then past that we have the animate part, which, yeah, we don't need to pass anything into. It's just like this. So on animate, y is going to be the same spot, down 10 pixels, and then back up. And the transition, okay, it's how long it takes. Repeat for infinity. And the repeat type is loop. And then we'll ease in and out. Okay. And we'll need to close that. And then I think we need to close this as well. And then in our motion div, book interact style, we have to define the variance. And then initial is equal to initial, and animate is equal to animate. Okay. Let's see. Okay, but it only does it once. You were trying to animate P-type loop. Why are we not repeating? You're trying to animate transition from this. Animate prop expects an object, not a variant key when you don't use variance correctly. Instead of passing variance, let's directly animate with the animate prop. So that's all the same. Oh. Does that actually work though? Because you just have animate and transition. But what about like initial and stuff? Directly into the motion div's prop. So it's saying to remove all of this, but this makes so much sense to do it like this. But why are you stopping? Okay, so sure, let's get rid of this. And then when we return this, we don't have a variant, and we just, I guess we don't have an initial. And then our animate is this, and y, so this is just a y transform. Y, and we're gonna start at 0 and then minus 10 and then 0 again, and it should loop till infinity. And then our transition is going to be duration to repeat infinity repeat type do ease in, out. Ease in, out. There we go. I still want like the cursor thing to show up as if it's a button. So if we do it like this, and like this, there we go. Nice. At this point, I don't know if I want them to be random positions though. But we can also make them much larger. Let's do that first. Let's just make them much, much, much larger. So book button. We'll do background color none. Where's it getting like the gray from? I kind of wanted to inherit some of this. Let's see, background color. So like this whole line, let's grab this. Yeah, but why are you like a square though? Why do you have like a weird shadow box? Why are you a weird shadow box? Is book button wrapped in anything? I think that might be the issue. Because book is just a thing inside of here. Which is fine. I think I can still do like border radius and all this stuff. So border radius 50%. There we go. That's kind of cool because it looks like it has a little like shine to it. And then let's do transform scale and then do like 10 pixels, 100 pixels. I don't remember how to do scale. Scale X. Let's see, transform scale. The scale defines a transformation that resizes an element on a 2D plane. So, okay. So if I just do 2, why are you not bigger? I need you to be larger. It's so annoying when you just change something and it just does nothing. Let's see. So this button is getting affected by... Why are you not getting affected? It's getting overwritten by this. I see. So I wonder if when I go here and I go to Style equals my style. You're getting overwritten though. See, I don't want to animate the scale. How do I make it so I'm not animating the scale? Let's see. Oh, we need the initial property. Oh, that makes sense. Okay. So before animate here, we'll do initial. And we'll do scale is 4. And y is 0. And then we'll drop that down. There we go. Cool. Nice, 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 nice. I guess it could be a little bit smaller, but... So the thing is I want... to wrap this whole thing. What I actually want this to be is a motion.div. And then I want the div to be the whole thing that's moving up and down, because I want the project name to go alongside, or like right above the buttons here. So we can just, so we can do class name will be book div, and then what? Motion button. Oh, it's because I'm returning 2 things. This is gonna end up being inside of here, though. This is gonna end up just being a button. And this... Oops. This is gonna end up just being a button. And we're gonna set a marker, and we're gonna go... all of this, pull into here. And then for all the animation stuff, we'll pull this out of here and we'll do it like this. There we go. Okay. No, this is perfectly fine. So for this, we'll do style equals my style. And then this can go like this. Oh, no. I know what I want to do. We don't want the div. No, we do want that to have a random position. The issue is that when I look at book button, it should be inside of book button with an image. Why is it inside 2 though? Oh, because that's the other button. Okay. Because they're getting the same... Yeah, 20%, 8%. I'm just trying to figure out why they're sitting right on top of each other. Oh, because they're just really big boxes for some reason. Okay. And then we'll do class name is equal to book div. And then we can go here and we can just change this to be book div. Book button within here. So we don't want them to be very big. If I do height auto and then width auto. Make div the same size as child. Width is max content. Max content. I don't know if that worked. This is still really wide for some reason. So let's see where it's getting. Let's see where it's getting its width from. Top 82%. Oh, there we go. I was like, I had a filter on. Element transform. Book div. Book div. Ah, should probably be like that. There we go. There we go. Now, obviously, we have to figure out how to make it so they don't overlap by accident, but I don't want this really annoying on hover thing, and I don't know where it's getting that from. So we should probably figure out changing that. Let's see. Okay. So for right now, I think it's getting its default stuff from the default button stuff. which is like fine, I guess, for the on hover. But we should make it at least the border radius around. So in dot book div in, let's see, where did I put this? Oh yeah, up here. Book button dot book button border radius 50%. There we go. And then the picture, so in dot book button image, let's see, find items center, justify items center. Position relative, top 5 pixels, 1 pixel. Yeah, that's better. And then when I make this smaller, oh, they'll still stay the same size. So it scales up, but I think it would be better if the height and width, were a calculation. So like on initial, scale will be 4 times it needs to be affected by something. So like maybe 4 divided by okay. So we just do the images, the height. Let's do that. Height is for view height. We'll have to figure that out later, but this will, whatever, I don't know what this where is this getting this white from? So it's getting the white from, let's see, computed. Is that this? No. Maybe this? This. Yeah, background. So maybe we just change background to whatever the green is for the icons. Var button color. Var button color. And then the border color is going to be the same thing. Var text color. Oh, see, we could do, I kind of like that. We could do the text color, or we could do the darker green. Because of the, where are my buttons? Le button. Button color. But see, I didn't make, I like this though. I like the brown and the green and the blue. Should definitely change the background a bit though. What if we made the gradient from like, this is gonna sound crazy, but what if we do it from like the icon color to the text color? No, it looks really bad. Also, why is there like leaking green here on my buttons? Icon color to button color. Icon color to I did really like the gradient. Also, it's pissing me off so bad that that's like, why is it doing that? Maybe we do... Yeah, because there's no contrast to the buttons now, so... I kind of liked how it was before. Yeah, I kind of like that a bit better. Just gives some contrast to the buttons. And the idea is when I click these books, there'll be different projects that you can look at. Yeah. Okay. I think that is enough for today. We'll get the pop-ups working a bit later, I think. But yeah, thanks for anyone who joined.